What's going on? New setup. Trying something new. But that's not the whole purpose of this live stream. We're gonna be mixing a song from my album tonight. And whatnot. Album that I've been working on for about 2 years now, to be honest with you. This particular song that you're gonna be hearing, I actually recorded this, I want to say about 2 years ago. So you know what I'm saying, finally getting around to it. Yeah, I should have been put it out and everything like that, but just really didn't have time to focus on it. So got a little bit of time to focus on it and everything like that. So yeah, we're gonna be kind of doing the top-down mixing part of this particular song, and kind of, you know what I'm saying, how I really kind of mix. That's why I'm on a different setup. So I finally figured out how to stream on my iPad. That way I can free up my PC. But no, we're gonna definitely explore top-down mix into its true form. I'm actually going to use 2 pieces of hardware. We'll talk about those once we get there. But I'm you know what I'm saying, just do what I normally do. The 2 pieces of hardware for top-down mixing, starting at the Mixbus, is going to be a digital EQ with some other processes in it, for as graphic EQ, parametric EQ, got doggone width, and I think that's it. And then it's gonna be running into a bus compressor as well. And then we'll start top-down mixing from the vocals and also the beat and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna be sharing my screen on this particular process because, like I said, that eats up a lot of resources when you're streaming. So hopefully this doesn't, you know what I'm saying, alter any, you know what I'm saying, eyes looking into anything or whatnot. But you know what I'm saying, just really kind of like, I have the camera zoomed in on the screen as much as I possibly can. So without further ado, man, I'm gonna shut the hell up and get on in here. All right, so the song that you're hearing in the background is actually a beat that I did. I got a feature on here. Shout out to my boy Rekka. He dropped the first verse on here. I'm the second verse, and everything is multi-track out. And yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and stop this track right here. And let's go ahead and focus in on the screen itself. And I don't know why my speaker is, it's still, okay, cool. It won't allow me to mute. All right. So I think that's just a monitor. So if you hear kind of like any, damn, that's crazy. If you hear any feedback or whatnot, that's my phone, because I'm monitoring everything from my mobile device or whatnot, just to make sure I don't miss any chats or anything like that. So what we got going on here is the Mixbus. Over here we have everything kind of routed into the master track right here, all the way to your right hand side. All right, and then right here we have the first verse, the hook, my verse, and we have like a master vocal bus here, and then we have the actual beat going on here as well. That's what's solo right here, is the actual beat, or the multi-tracks for the beat. The multi-tracks for the beat is all in red, so that's what you see here. If we go to the edit window here, you can see all those red tracks there. This beat is mostly it's not too many instruments in it, and if I did have any instruments in it, I can't remember what I did in the process, but I kind of consolidated everything into a 2-track, and then I did the drums separately, if I'm not mistaken. I think I did the drums on the iPad because this was a track that I was working on at work or whatnot. So yeah, let's talk about top-down mixing. So basically what we're going to be doing is get the camera angle back out. We're going to be focusing on these 2 processors over here. It's going to be the Behringer Ultra Curve Pro 2496. Now this particular processor has been around for a minute, normally used in live situations, but it served this purpose as being a digital EQ. That's something that you can recall on, you know, certain live sets and stuff like that. and it has a very, very good studio use too. And I went on ahead with this particular digital EQ because I can always recall those settings without actually having to remember, decibels, frequencies, and cues, stuff like that. It was probably one of the easiest processors to kind of like look into for the digital EQ. My other one that I was using was the Virtualizer 3D. I have it over there in the other rack. And it had a digital EQ on there as well, 2 of them, but it was really hard to kind of process the information that was on the screen. So we're gonna go ahead and turn this bad boy on here, and also we're gonna turn on the warm audio bus comp. Those are the 2 processors that we are going to be focusing on this top-down mixing. The way I'm gonna route this is going to be going through the god doggone master track. We're going to put an insert on the master track, and I'm going to see if I can get into that screen. I know I had problems with it earlier, seeing that Behringer screen because it's so god doggone orange. Allow the camera to kind of focus in on it a little bit. Okay. Oh yeah, there it is. All right, cool. As long as we keep our distance, we'll be all right. So normally with these songs, the way it's kind of organized, if you can see here, the buttons that are all the way to the right in that little black block that right there next to the power switch or the power button is the way by default in order is graphic EQ, parametric EQ. Then there's a dynamic EQ that you can utilize. You have width. I think you have a feedback EQ. A dynamic section. So this thing actually has a built-in compressor. So you can use the compressor. I may have to switch mics because this shit is not working. You have a built-in compressor and a limiter all in one dynamics section. And then it goes into a utility section where you can kind of like change the routing and everything like that. And then you can change your ins and outs as far as how it's hooked up on the back side, and then you have a big bypass button on the right hand side. What I've normally used this, what I've been using this thing for is straight up digital EQ, and that was the whole purpose of behind it. So if I need to add graphic EQ for surgical EQ cuts, okay, cool. Parametric for boosting, tone shaping, and then I use the width to kind of widen out the signal a little bit. Then that's routed into the bus compressor. And then depends on the sound, the track, or whatnot, I can engage the transformers on the bus compressor, which is this button right here, or I can disengage that button or whatnot. And I know my cables is kind of hiding that button and that whole section right there, but we can turn that on and off. And the other routing that happens is everything goes through the Trans-X preamp. The reason why I use the Trans-X preamp because it has some Jensen transformers on I think it's on the output stage or whatnot. And this is a very, very rare stereo preamp to come across. And so all of these 3 processors are linked together. All right. So it just depends on what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and how it sounds. But we're gonna definitely start there first, kind of fiddle around with that. This right here, this whole 3-stage processing, it takes I ain't gonna say it takes a while, but it's a very unique process, and you could definitely get what you need to achieve with it very easily. But you have to be kind of patient with it a little bit. So that's what we're gonna do, man. So yeah, man, let's go ahead and get in here and get it popping. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna go back to the master track and go ahead and insert that routing in there. Those 3 processes are already set on the outputs of 7 and 8, if I'm not mistaken, on my interface. And for some reason, for some stupid reason, I've been having some issues with Mixbus on trying to insert plugins over here on this side. I don't know what the hell's going on, but it won't pull up the menu for some reason. So I have to kind of bring it down into this other space whatever, and then kind of bring out the menu here. I think this is a GUI error with Mixbus 11, but we can go ahead and insert a little insert block right there. All right, then I have to kind of maximize it. Stupid, but you know what I'm saying, it's all good. So with the insert, what we're gonna do is go ahead and just send out a route. We want to choose our hardware tab, and then we're gonna send it out 7 and 8. So we're gonna choose left 7, and then right 8, and then same thing on the return. Left and right 7 and 8. All right. Hit that measure latency, and once we do that, measure latency is gonna basically shoot a ping out towards well, not towards, but through the devices that are hooked up. So just make sure that we got this hooked up. Let's go ahead and hit measure. Alrighty, we shot that ping. See, everything is kind of lit up a little bit. Let me take the compression off here so I can actually see what's going on. So measure that latency one more time. All right, cool. So it's measuring, and we got a round trip latency. I got it at a very, very high buffer rate. I'm at like 2096 if I'm not mistaken. So the round trip latency is going to be enormous, but it's 218 milliseconds. All right, let's go ahead and hit play and see what we get in sound. And we got sound. Now what we got to do is basically match the sound with what we had before the insert. So that's the whole achievement right now, is just kind of matching that sound with the insert. So what we're gonna do is let me play that one more time without the compressor. Okay, cool, we good. So all the sound is running through the compressor. Normally what people want to do is crank up the preamp. We ain't gonna do that. We're gonna keep the preamp at its default state, all the way down, turned all the way down, no impedance, no preamp gain, no nothing, no trim. I'm gonna reset that Behringer box here. So there's a little button on here where you can go to the initial state, and that's what we're doing. I'm gonna reset all the data here, and when I go to the graphic, we're good to go. All right, so if I hit play one more time, cool deal. All right, so we got to work on getting that volume back up to the original state, or whatnot. So right now we got a signal going through the preamp, going through that Behringer, and if the warm audio was off, it will be going through the warm audio. Let me test to make sure this thing is hooked. All right, so it's hooked up. All right, cool. So everything is running through here really, really well. We just got to kind of make up the audio, and let's go ahead and do that. What I may do, and I'm really kind of thinking about it, I'm just going to go ahead and, let's see here, may go to the output of this Behringer situation, because that's where it's first hitting at, to be honest with you. Yeah, that's the first stage. So I'm gonna have to go in here and turn it up here in the Behringer. Yeah. I'm gonna do the preamps real quick. Alright, so what we're gonna do is bypass the inserts now. Alright, cool. So we bypassed the inserts. I pushed the preamp gain that way it wasn't going past the 0 point on the meters. I didn't want to color the sound too much, but I got the gain, you know what I'm saying, set up where it is basically level match with if you bypass the insert. For some reason I thought, and that's my assumption, I thought that there was a master output on the ultra curve, but it's not. So all the gain that you apply in here with the EQ and or the dynamic section, the gain adjustments will come from those particular processes. So there's no overall output that I saw so far, and everything like that. And like I said, I'm not gonna adjust the makeup gain on the compressor just to do gain staging unless I'm compressing, and hadn't got to that stage yet. So right now the preamp is actually the driver for the gain staging part. So again, we added we added 4 clicks on the preamp gain, left and right channel, and then 10 clicks on the trim. So I gotta write that down in my notebook when you're dealing with this shit. So 4 clicks on preamp and 10 clicks on the trim. Alright, cool. So we got that done right there. We level matched. Let's go ahead and try the EQ. was kind of made some adjustments on the well, actually, just EQ the with the parametric EQ. Now I'm gonna go with the graphic. I'm gonna change up the order. I'm gonna put the graphic second in order and cut out a little bit of the highs, and I think it's a couple of things in the mids I may need to kind of like scoop out just a little bit with the graphic EQ. Cool. So I found that resident frequency with the highs, kind of cut that out a little bit. Let me go ahead and just kind of scoot that up to the main part here on the screen. And now I can raise up the high part in the parametric. And now that I got that figured out, I'm gonna go to the width and kind of spread that stereo signal out a little bit. Not too much, but I think that's a good little separation there, and then we're gonna go ahead and do a little compression here. Definitely hear a difference when we engage the transformers coming out of the bus comp and actually brought the mix forward a little bit. Let me play with that one time. Alright, so that's with the transformers engage. Now I'm checking the meters that are on my interface with the signal going back into the interface, and everything is kind of lining up as far as meter is concerned. Basically, same thing coming back in, lining up with what's going out, which is a good sign. With a little bit more coming in. But let's go to the mixer here, and let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and bypass that insert. So that's with no processing. That's with processing. And just to be on the safe side, let me measure that latency one more time. Yeah, we had a little bit more latency added in there. So yeah. And let's go ahead and play it again. So the meters look like they are pretty much hitting where I want them to hit. We got some headroom, so that's good. I'm gonna back off on the preamp just a little bit. Cool. And on the preamp, I kind of bumped up the impedance 2 clicks. So let me go ahead and notate down just a little bit. And I think we're good right there on that top down. Now that's not the final stages. That's not the final touch. That's just something to kind of, mix into. But we definitely have some touch up on the EQ and the my parametric is not in. So let me go ahead and check on that real quick. 3 clicks on impedance. All right, cool. Let me see why this parametric is off. All right, so it was bypassed. Alright, let's go ahead and bypass the insert again. So we definitely have, achieved what we wanted to achieve with that. So yeah, I think we're ready to rock and roll. So again, running the master bus audio, everything is running through there. Again, it's hitting the digital EQ, going into the bus comp, and then going into that preamp right there. That preamp is really kind of like to give it a very transparent push with a little splash of color, but it definitely helps, it helps to kind of like push the mix forward versus it's just kind of like hiding back a little bit or whatnot. I'll say it's passive aggressive. If that makes any sense. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and go to the screen here, and we'll start basically checking out the vocals. We're gonna check out the hook section first. I already started a top-down mix situation on that last night. What we used on the hook was a combination of different things. I was trying out a channel strip and one from the UAD. UAD card, acceleration card. This is not a native a native channel strip. It's a what they call it, the DSP plugins, and this is the Neve DFC channel strip. which is kind of like a Neve sound, but it's the broadcast console. I like using this on bus tracks or bus channels, just because it handles a lot of audio signal coming into it really, really well. I think it's redundant just to have it just on an individual track, but definitely on like a bus or a stem track, hey, it works wonders. So I already ran the hook through here, and I'm gonna go ahead and bypass what I got here and see what we're working with. My vocal is a little hot. No, I think I know what's going on. It's the internet. I'm streaming from a different device. I was afraid of that was gonna happen. Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. Is the music good? I know what's going on, Big Red. So yeah, my iPad streaming sucks. So I'm on Wi-Fi right now. That's exactly what's going on. Yeah, so the audio that you're hearing is kind of messed up. I thought I was doing some justice. So I'm gonna have to stream this on my laptop. I thought this was gonna work, and it doesn't work. It sounds good coming through my little streaming device, but I just checked it on my phone, and it shit sound horrible. So that was 38 minutes wasted for nothing. Let's see here. Yeah, that's definitely So the iPad is not a good solution to stream anymore. I thought it was working. It works good on my side, but I think the audio is just it can't handle that bandwidth. So let me see if I can switch over to the goddamn desktop here. Hold on a second. When it rains, it pours. You may be experiencing a little camera glitch, so please bear with me. See if I can get this. Hopefully I can get it to work. Alrighty. Y'all just bear with me for 1 second. I'm switching over. Don't do it to me, big dog. Alrighty. Let's see here. Test. Alrighty. Can you guys hear me? Hopefully that is better. See here. 1, 2, 3. Fuck. Now give me 1 second. Gotta find my 1/4-inch plug. Well, at least the music is playing pretty good. Right here. All right. That sounds much better. Let me check it on the phone. Test 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's much better right there. All right, so I apologize for that shit. All right. I ain't want to be too loud, but there it is. All right, cool. Turn that down on this mixer. All right, so I just switched over. The good thing about Restream is, hell, you can have this bitch on your phone, your iPad, and the laptop at the same time. That's a good thing. The internet wasn't working. I don't think it handled the bandwidth on that Wi-Fi. I thought it would, but oh well, it is what it is. We'll just use the computer until this laptop say fuck you, bitch. So yeah, man, that sucks. Let's see here. I may have to turn off a couple of things here. I don't need this right now. So let's go ahead and turn that off right there. All right, cool. So back what I was talking about, man. I apologize for that. But and I know I went through all that process and it was just bad audio. My apologies. I mean, shit, streaming ain't perfect. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Never mind. But just to reiterate, and I apologize for that, master bus signal going through my little Mixbus chain or whatever the case may be. We're running that into a Behringer Ultra Curve Pro digital EQ, into a bus compressor from Warm Audio, back into a preamp, stereo preamp from Transx, which is really, really good. It's a transparent, I want to say it's a solid state preamp, but it has the same, I want to say the same characteristics as the Focusrite ISA. What's that doggone preamp? It's the dual ISA preamp. That's a 1U rack mount or whatnot, but it has the same characteristics, the same type of controls on it. Very transparent, but it definitely give a nice transparent color to your sound. That's what we're running the master bus through, and what I had got on was the hook. So we're gonna be on the hook of the vocals. I'll get this camera right onto the screen there. I can't share the screen because this thing would say hell nah, good night, or whatnot. So we'll just focus on the screen for right now. And what I was saying earlier, before bandwidth wasn't working with me, we're using the UAD AMS Neve DFC channel strip, which is a broadcast console from Neve. I utilize this on mostly stem and mixed buses, regardless of what DAWs I'm using or whatnot, because it works really, really well handling a lot of different sound sources all at one time. I have this on the hook because the hook, the artist that did the hook for me, gave me, let's see here, all these blue tracks as hooks. So you're looking at about 18 tracks of hook vocals or whatnot. That's a lot of vocals to process individually. Sometimes they're doubles, sometimes they're doing the same thing, sometimes they are basically just doubles or whatnot. If the artist records it or whoever records the vocals perfectly, you won't have any issues. So that's what we did. Had no issues on those vocals, and therefore I was able to, just basically process everything here. So here's the vocals without the process. Let's play it from the hook part. Actually, that's not the hook part. Let's play that right, sir. You bitch. Let's take the loop off here. One more time. Telling what she gon' do. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta be fed, man. Bills gotta be fed. And I'm still having some audio static in my live stream. I may have to just restart this whole live stream once again because I'm not exactly sure if it's still pulling audio to the iPad. Let's see here. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Red, let me know if the music is very scratchy. Because I'm hearing static on my iPhone. I'm not exactly sure if it's sounding good on your end, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta be fed, man. Bills gotta be fed, man. Ain't no short stopping her. She got to get her bread, man. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta be fed, man. Bills gotta be fed, man. Ain't no short stopping her. She got to get her bread, man.
Slow ton, ain't no telling.
All right, so that's the vocals right there without the processing. And what I did on this processing, I don't like EQ it to the point where, you know what I'm saying, it's like final. But I definitely do the touch up on it so it can, be presentable. So this is what it is with the process. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta be fed, man. Bills gotta be fed, man. Ain't no short stopping her. She got to get her bread. Telling what she gon' do. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta be fed, man. Bills gotta be fed, man. Ain't no short stopping her. She got to get her bread, man.
Slow ton, ain't no.
All right, so that's basically it right there with the process. So I'll play it back one more time, bypass it in and out and stuff like that. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta be fed, man. Bills gotta be fed, man. Short stopping her, she got to get her bread, man. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta be fed, man. Bills gotta be fed, man. Ain't no short stopping her, she got to get her bread, man.
Slow ton, ain't no telling what she.
All right, cool. So that's it. All right, appreciate you, Big Red, for checking that out. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of like get out of my phone here. I don't know what the hell's going on. Weird shit going on, but yeah, man. So that was the process with the channel strip right here on the hook or whatnot. Now what I can do is just basically I have everything kind of sounding cohesiveness on all of these 18 tracks. Now what I can do is on any of these 18 tracks, if I need to, let's say, I want to kind of like boost up the mids on this particular vocals, I can do that. And I'm mixing into this one plugin that's on the Mixbus, and it kind of helps you make the right decisions, if that makes any sense, because you took something raw, you tried to give it a certain character that makes any sense, and now, and this is my opinion, you know what I'm saying, and my opinion don't stand, as mixing is not a standard, it is a feel, it's a vibe. So mixing is not a standard, it's a feel or a vibe. So let's say, for instance, I got the feel and the vibe of the raw tracks. Now what I can do is go back on these 18 individual tracks, make do with what I need to do, and I'm mixing in there, and you know what I'm saying, everything is kind of like balance out, that makes any sense. So the next thing I need to do is mess with the verse. I didn't get a chance to do that on last night. So we do have the Mixbus on this verse right here, so we'll just kind of focus that down on these four tracks. I'm sorry, four tracks here on the first verse. All right, and I'm kind of going for a in console or a Neve type of sound. That's how I kind of started out with his verse when I started mixing his stuff. So his verse is mixed, ready to go. It's mixed, ready to go. So I just need to kind of like establish that Neve sound onto his. So what I've been doing was I was using the in console plugin from Sonomas, and I'm gonna put it on the bus function now. All right. Even though I'm using Harrison Mixbus, I mean, you can still get the vibe that you're looking for. So we're just basically gonna have that on there. I'm gonna turn off the EQ. I don't think I did EQs. Let me see here. Yes, I did. Okay. Let's turn that EQ back on. So I got like a little 3-band EQ here. I think I boosted up the I boosted up the mid, and that was it. Okay. Gave it a little bit of mid push, and we're gonna see how this sounds with the in console in.
Ain't no telling what she gon' do.
That's the hook. We don't want to look at that. Let's go back to the verse right here. The verse is right here in blue.
No telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta get paid. Ain't got time to lie to gag or wait for a nigga to give her bread. She can do it 3 ways, but ain't tryna lay in that bed. Or she can grab some work, but she ain't tryna end up in that cage. No job tryna hire her, but she gotta keep the kids fed. So what she do, she jack niggas to try to get ahead. It's fair game when you win them streets, but you playing with your life when you win them sheets. You made it y'all with the hood free. No child support cause you a deadbeat. Now you're mad, man, cause you heard around town that she been getting a chain. But she went through the storm and overcame all of the pain. Let mama done open shop and she done straight up changed the game. No telling what you gon' do when you're back against them walls, man. It's not about where you come from, it's where you're headed these days. Change the present and the future, and I bet you see the better days. Graduated from nothing to something around you, I bet you feel hate. But when you see success, you can't lie, I bet you feel great. Ain't no telling what she gon' do.
All right, cool. And I had to adjust that lead vocal. I think last night I messed around and did something to the faders. So I'm gonna have to get that lead vocal back where it needs to be at. Let's start that over again. I'm gonna put marker here. That way I know that's the first verse. All right, cool. Let's play it again.
No telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta get paid. Ain't got time to lie to gag or wait for a nigga to give her bread. She can do it 3 ways, but ain't tryna lay in that bed. Or she can grab some work, but she ain't tryna end up in that cage. No job tryna hire her, but she gotta keep the kids fed. So what she do, she jack niggas to try to get ahead. It's fair game when you win them streets, but you playing with your life when you win them sheets. You made it y'all with the hood free. No child support cause you a deadbeat. Now you're mad, man, cause you heard around town that she been getting a shame. But she went through the storm and overcame all of the pain. Let mama done open shop and she done straight up changed the game. No telling what you gon' do when you're back against them walls, man. It's not about where you come from, it's where you're headed these days. Change the present and the future, and I bet you see the better days. Graduated from nothing to something around you, I bet you feel hate. But when you see success, you can't lie, I bet you feel great.
All right, cool. And that's what it is. The volume over here on the mixer as well has changed. So I'm basically running this chain here is going through this Neve clone into the trans Y compressor up here. It's kind of like hiding over here or whatnot, but it's a FET style compression. I didn't want to use the 1176. I kind of wanted to have a darker tone to this particular song here, and I'm running it through channel 1 on this stereo compressor on the Art Trans Y. And like I said, it's a FET style compressor. Kind of gives you vibes of a 1176 and a VCA compressor all combined into one. And I'm compressing that a little bit, and then I'm running that back through my mixer here. Yeah, I'm running that back through the mixer here, and I don't have any EQ, no EQ applied on the channels. I'm just kind of basically getting some electricity here through the mixer. So let me get that right real quick.
What she gon' do? Bills gotta get paid. Ain't got time to lie to gag or wait for it to give her bread. Do it 3 ways, but ain't tryna lay in that bed. Or she can grab some work, but she ain't tryna end up in that cage. No job tryna hire her, but she gotta get the kids fed. So what she do, she jack niggas to try to get ahead. It's fair game when you win them streets, but you playing with your life when you win them sheets. You made a child with the hood free, no child support cause you a deadbeat. Now you're mad, man, cause you heard around town that she been getting ashamed. But she went through the storm and overcame all of the pain. Lil' mama done open shop and she done straight up changed the game. No telling what you gon' do when you're back against them walls, man. It's not about where you come from, it's where you're headed these days. Change the present and the future, and I bet you see the better days. Graduated from nothing to something around you, I bet you feel hate. But when you see success, you can't lie, I bet you feel great. Ain't no telling.
All right, cool deal. So I took that grouping off of that track that I'm working on now, so I can have full control of the fader. I gotta get these 3 volumes. I was kind of struggling with this last night, trying to get this background with the lead vocal going, and I'm on some fresh ears right now. Last night I was on the Audio Technica headphones, and it just wasn't working. So let me get
No
this right.
telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta get paid. Ain't got time to lollygag or wait for a nigga to give her bread. She can do it 3 ways, but ain't tryna lay in that bed. Or she can grab some work, but she ain't tryna end up in that cage. No job tryna hire her, but she gotta get the kids fed. So what she do, she jack niggas to try to get ahead. It's fair game when you win them streets, but you playing with your life when you win them sheets. You made a child with the hood free, no child support cause you a deadbeat. Now you're mad, man, cause you heard around town that she been getting ashamed. But she went through the storm and overcame all of the pain. Lil' mama done open shop and she done straight up changed the game. No telling what you gon' do when you're back against them walls, man. It's not about where you come from, it's where you're headed these days. Change the present and the future, and I bet you see the better days. Graduated from nothing to something around you, I bet you feel hate. But when you see success, you can't lie, I bet you feel great. Ain't no telling.
All right, cool. So I had it in mono. I'm in stereo. Let's play that one
No
more time.
telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta get paid. Ain't got time to lollygag or wait for a nigga to give her bread. She can do it 3 ways, but ain't tryna lay in that bed. Or she can grab some work, but she ain't tryna end up in that cage. No job tryna hire her, but she gotta get the kids fed. So what she do, she jack niggas to try to get ahead. It's fair game when you win them streets, but you playing with your life when you win them sheets. You made a child with the hood free, no child support cause you a deadbeat. Now you're mad, man, cause you heard around town that she been getting ashamed. But she went through the storm and overcame all of the pain. Lil' mama done open shop and she done straight up changed the game. No telling what you gon' do when you're back against them walls, man. It's not about where you come from, it's where you're headed these days. Change the present and the future, and I bet you see the better days. Graduated from nothing to something around you, I bet you feel hate. But when you see success, you can't lie, I bet you feel great.
So I kind of went a little bit more aggressive on that compressor and felt like it wasn't just really being consistent.
No telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta get paid. Ain't got time to lollygag or wait for a nigga to give her bread. She can do it 3 ways, but ain't tryna lay in that bed. Or she can grab some work, but she ain't tryna end up in that cage. No job tryna hire her, but she gotta get the kids fed. So what she do, she jack niggas to try to get ahead. It's fair game when you win them streets, but you playing with your life when you win them sheets. You made a child with the hood free, no child support cause you a deadbeat. Now you're mad, man, cause you heard around town that she been getting ashamed. But she went through the storm and overcame all of the pain. Lil' mama done open shop and she done straight up changed the game. No telling what you gon' do when you're back against them walls, man. It's not about where you come from, it's where you're headed these days. Change the present and the future, and I bet you see the better days. Graduated from nothing to something around you, I bet you feel hate. But when you see success, you can't lie, I bet you feel great.
All right, cool. So I kind of like that lead vocal. I just got to get those backgrounds to kind of be cohesive with it.
No telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta get paid. Ain't got time to lollygag or wait for a nigga to give her bread. She can do it 3 ways, but ain't tryna lay in that bed. Or she can grab some work, but she ain't tryna end up in that cage. No job tryna hire her, but she gotta get the kids fed. So what she do, she jack niggas to try to get ahead. It's fair game when you win them streets, but you playing with your life when you win them sheets. You made a child with the hood free, no child support cause you a deadbeat. Now you're mad, man, cause you heard around town that she been getting ashamed. But she went through the storm and overcame all of the pain. Lil' mama done open shop and she done straight up changed the game. No telling what you gon' do when you're back against them walls, man. It's not about where you come from, it's where you're headed these days. Change the present and the future, and I bet you see the better days. Graduated from nothing to something around you, I bet you feel hate. But when you see success, you can't lie, I bet you feel great.
That's one vocal that was sticking out. All right.
No telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta get paid. Ain't got time to lollygag or wait for a nigga to give her bread. She can do it 3 ways, but ain't tryna lay in that bed. Or she can grab some work, but she ain't tryna end up in that cage. No job tryna hire her, but she gotta keep the kids fed. So what she do? She jack niggas to try to get ahead. It's fair game when you win them streets, but you playing with your life when you win them cheats. You made a child with the hood free. No child support cause you a deadbeat. Now you're mad, man, cause you heard around town that she been getting ashamed. But she went through the storm and overcame all of the pain. Let mama done open shop and she done straight up changed the game. No telling what you gon' do when you're back against them walls, man. It's not about where you come from, it's where you're headed these days. Change the present and the future and I bet you see the better days. Graduated from nothing to something around you, I bet you feel hate. But when you see success, you can't lie, I bet you feel great.
Alright, cool deal. I'm gonna leave it alone for right now. And we'll just go ahead and go into this hook right here. I'm gonna loop this hook.
Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta be fed, man. Bills gotta be paid, man. Ain't no short stopping her. She got to get her bread, man. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta be fed, man. Bills gotta be paid, man. Ain't no short stopping her. She got to get her bread, man.
Slow tongue, ain't no telling what.
Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta be fed, man. Bills gotta be paid, man. Ain't no short stopping her. She got to get her bread, man. Ain't no telling what she gon' do.
So what I'm doing right now is just kind of doing I'm doing some game staging right now, and then I can kind of like focus on individual tracks here.
Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta be fed, man. Bills gotta be paid, man. Ain't no short stopping her. She got to get her bread, man. Ain't no telling
I'm gonna loop it back to the first verse.
Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta be fed, man. Bills gotta be paid, man. Ain't no short stopping her. She got to get her bread, man.
Slow tongue, ain't no telling what she gon' do.
No telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta get paid. Ain't got time to lollygag or wait for a nigga to give her bread. She can do it 3 ways, but ain't tryna lay in that bed. Or she can grab some work, but she ain't tryna end up in that cage. No job tryna hire her, but she gotta keep the kids fed. So what she do? She jack niggas to try to get ahead. It's fair game when you win them streets, but you playing with your life when you win them cheats. You made a child with the hood free. No child support cause you a deadbeat. Now you're mad, man, cause you heard around town that she been getting ashamed. But she went through the storm and overcame all of the pain. Let mama done open shop and she done straight up changed the game. No telling what you gon' do when you're back against them walls, man. It's not about where you come from, it's where you're headed these days. Change the
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't even looking at the chat. Let's see here. I just saw a whole bunch of chat bubbles here. Yeah. Music is subjective. Yeah. Definitely for sure. Let's see here. Actually, this is my song. This is not for the client. This is all me right here. This is Super Mario, and the song title is "What She Gon' Do." What She Gon' Do. That's the title of the track. It hasn't even, I'm just still scratching the surface, trying to get everything cohesiveness and everything like that. But the purpose of the track is basically it's about females have different backstories or whatnot. Some females try to portray themselves as being this glorified individual, or this female that's got her shit together. And the truth be told, a lot of these females don't. It's a big ass lie, to be honest with you. And this song is really from past experiences that I have dealt with, females that I've known, and and what I've encountered. And I can't really kind of speak for anyone else, but what I've encountered is females is here in America. I know, Red, you're in a different country or whatnot, man, but females here in America, they put on a big facade. Nothing wrong with that, because everybody's going to be a stunner at some point in their life. But my experiences and stuff like that is you have a lot of women out there that just, again, they say they're doing this, they're doing that or whatnot, but they're doing a lot of shady ass shit behind the scenes. They're doing a lot of faking behind the scenes. They're doing a lot of dumb shit behind the scenes just so they can stay at the forefront of something, or have this what I like to call this certain look or this certain status about themselves, when at the end of the day they just some trash, and I hate to say it, they just like men. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's what the song is about. I got the song from kind of like I was jamming Tupac and Brenda Had a Baby. That's kind of like where this song idea kind of derived from a little bit, and I just kind of put it with my own personal experiences and stuff like that. So that's the whole basis of that song right there, man. Y'all probably hearing the resonance off of this damn microphone here. Oh, I don't know her chat, man. All right, cool deal, man.
No telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta get paid. Ain't got time to lollygag or wait for a nigga to give her bread. She can do it 3 ways, but ain't tryna lay in that bed. Or she can grab some work, but she ain't tryna end up in that cage. No job tryna hire her, but she gotta keep the kids fed. So what she do, she jack niggas to try to get ahead. It's fair.
Thinking what I'm gonna do with this lead vocal of his is that I'm gonna assign that back to the master track and keep his ad libs or dubs on that Mixbus, because they need to get a little bit more processing.
No telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta get paid. Ain't got time to lollygag or wait for a nigga to give her bread. She can do it 3 ways, but ain't tryna lay in that bed. Or she can grab some work, but she ain't tryna end up in that cage. No job tryna hire her, but she gotta keep the kids fed. So what she do, she jack niggas to try to get ahead. It's fair game when you win them streets, but you playing with your life when you win them sheets. You made a child with the hood free. No child support cause you a deadbeat. Now you're mad, man, cause you heard around town that she been getting ashamed. But she went through the storm and overcame all of the pain. Let mama done open shop and she done straight up changed the game. No telling what you gon' do when you're back against them walls, man. It's not about where you come from, it's where you're headed these days. Change the present and the future, and I bet you see the better day. Graduated from nothing to something around you, I bet you feel hate. But when you see success, you can't lie, I bet you feel great.
And that change right there kind of actually got it where I wanted to be at. It was something in this verse, this background stuff right here. Let me see if I can catch it.
No telling what you gon' do when you're back against them walls, man. It's not about where you come from, it's where you're headed these days. Change the present and the future, and I bet you see the better day. Graduated from nothing to something around
right here.
No telling what she gon' do. No telling what she.
Okay, all right. So I'm starting to learn about the loop feature here. You got to turn it off before it gets on your nerves.
And I bet you see the better day. Graduate
right here.
In the future, and I bet you see the better day. Graduated from nothing to something around you, I bet you feel.
I think it's just really the loop back from this insert.
See some better days.
And it's right here. That's what it is. This track right here. Yep. This kind of starts right here. It says sees better days right here.
See some better days.
So what we're gonna do is just go ahead and kind of clip that little section right there, and we can just go ahead and just kind of like put a little fade right here.
See some better days.
Bring it back with the.
Then I bet you see the better day. Graduated from nothing.
Yeah, it's still kind of present there. Let's.
Then I bet you see the better day. Graduated.
Yeah, I don't even like it being there, so we're just gonna cut that part out. Have it be more uniform with the other 2 vocals.
Change the present and the future, and I bet you see the better day. Graduated from nothing to something around you, I bet you feel hate. But when you see success, you can't lie, I bet you feel great. Ain't no
Good. So yeah.
When you're back against them walls, man, it's not about where you come from, it's where you're headed these days. Change the present and the future, and I bet you see the better day. Graduated from nothing to something around you, I bet you feel hate. But when you see success, you can't lie, I bet you feel great. Ain't no when you're back against them walls, man. It's not about where you come from, it's where you're headed these days. Change the present and the future, and I bet you see the better days. Graduated from nothing to something around you, I bet you feel hate. But when you see success, you can't lie, I bet you feel great.
All right, on this lead hook right here, this was something I was supposed to do last night, but it has a it's in there. So we're gonna go ahead and put a de-esser on here. Wasn't trying to like add all of the process into it, trying to stay light on that bad boy, but we definitely need a de-esser on there. So let's go ahead and get one. The issue is which one I want to use. Okay, this one right here. We're gonna put that right underneath the insert. And these inline controls, it gets on my nerves, bro. Stop showing that. All right, here we go.
When you're back against them walls, man, it's not about where you come from, it's where you're headed these days. Change the present and the future, and I bet you see the better days. Graduated from nothing to something around you, I bet you feel hate. But when you see success, you can't lie, I bet you feel great. When you're back against them walls, man, it's not about where you come from, it's where you're headed these days. Change the present and the future, and I bet you see the better days. Graduated from nothing to something around you, I bet you feel hate. But when you see success, you can't lie, I bet you feel great.
All right, let's bring that back.
When you're back against them walls, man, it's not about where you come from, it's where you're headed these days. Change the present and the future, and I bet you see the better days. Graduate when you're back against them walls, man, it's not about where you come from, it's where you're headed these days. Change the present and the future, and I bet you see the better days. Graduated from nothing to something around you, I bet you feel hate. But when you see success, you can't lie.
Okay, we gotta find that part where you see.
When you're back against them walls, man, it's not about where you come from, it's where you're headed these days. Change the present and the future, and I bet you see the better days. Graduated from
this part right here.
Bet you see the better days. Graduated. Bet you see the better days. Graduated. Bet you see the better days. Graduated. Bet you see the better days. Graduated from nothing to.
One more time. Try not to make it so dull.
Bet you see the better days. Graduated from nothing to something around you, I bet you feel hate. But when you see success, you can't lie, I bet you feel great.
All right, let's do that one more time.
Bet you see the better days. Graduated from nothing to something around you.
Okay, cool. And then with my insert, let me measure that latency one more time. Different day. I'm not ready to commit to it just yet.
Bet you see the better days. Graduated from nothing to something around you, I bet you feel hate. But when you see success, you can't lie, I bet you feel great.
All right, cool. And let's bring that back here to the beginning of that.
No telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta get paid. Ain't got time to lollygag or wait for a nigga to give her bread. She can do it 3 ways, but ain't tryna lay in that bed. Or she can grab some work, but she ain't tryna end up in that cage. No job tryna hire her, but she gotta keep the kids fed. So what she do, she jack niggas to try to get ahead. It's fair game when you win them streets, but you playing with your life when you win them sheets. You made it y'all with the hood free. No child support cause you a deadbeat. Now you're mad, man, cause you heard around town that she been getting a chain. But she went through the storm and overcame all of the pain. Let mama done open shop and she done straight up changed the game. No telling what you gon' do when you're back against them walls, man. It's not about where you come from, it's where you're headed these days. Change the present and the future, and I bet you see the better days. Graduated from nothing to something around you, I bet you feel hate. But when you see success, you can't lie, I bet you feel great. Ain't no telling.
All right, cool deal. So on that vocal.
No telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta get paid. Ain't got time to lollygag.
Yeah, on that vocal, I kind of pulled out a little bit of I don't know why it's saying 1,000, but I think I pulled out a little bit of 300 hertz on this particular vocal here. And that right there, I'm gonna have to send that to Harrison because when I hover my mouse over here, it's giving me the wrong frequency. That's not even in the frequency range. See here. There's no way that could be 1,000 hertz and it's on 0.4, which is supposed to represent 400. Yeah, that may be a GUI error there. But I cut a little bit around about 300 just to kind of clean up his lead vocal a little bit.
No telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta get paid. Ain't got time to lollygag or wait for a nigga to give her bread. She can do it 3 ways, but ain't tryna lay in that bed. Or she can grab some work, but she ain't tryna end up in that cage. No job tryna hire her, but she gotta keep the kids fed. So what she do?
Alright, cool. So, got his vocal at a certain point. I kind of want to put a loop on here, which I already do. Have that loop, and now I'm gonna focus on the music.
Bills gotta be paid, man. Bills gotta be paid, man. Ain't no short stopping her. She got to get her bread, man.
Slow time.
Bills gotta be paid, man. Bills gotta be paid, man. Ain't no short stopping her. She got to get her bread, man.
Slow tongue, ain't no telling what she gon' do.
No telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta get paid. Ain't got time to lollygag or wait for
Alright, cool. So now that I got the gain staging out the way, and I mixed his vocals first, so that's kind of like why I'm all over the place. Just kind of want to make sure that it's solidified, because I'm basically gonna mix the beat around that. I've recorded my vocals separately from the my featured artist here. So there's a little bit of difference in the vocals and everything like that. So what I'm gonna do now is just kind of mix the beat around his, because I know how I recorded my vocals and everything like that. So I kind of wanna. He has most of the vocal tracks, so the beat has to complement his vocal tracks more than mine, which I only have goddamn 5 of them or whatnot. So we're gonna kind of get this beat out of the way here, and really kind of focus on that, man.
No telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta get paid.
I think I started EQing this kick already. So just kind of EQing the midsection on this little drum loop right here. All right, and let me turn on my decibel thing here. Turn the snare up. Pan that snare to the left a little bit. I'm using the Harrison EQ on this loop that you're hearing right here. So we do have that on that loop. Let's play it right here on the hook. There we go. Yeah, we definitely need to give this snare some milk.
Ain't no telling what she gon' do.
There we go. We can hear the snare a little bit. All right, cool. And let's go ahead and add the drums. Give this hi-hat loop a little bit of trim gain. On that hi-hat loop, we've got a little bit too much zesty. Let's play that one more time. It's a little bit more. Gotta find out where that's at. Yeah, I think we just need a filter on that. I found it.
Gotta get paid, ain't got time to lollygag.
So we just basically did a cut on that hi-hat loop. And then we have those two loops, hi-hat loops that's going on. One is the drum with the kick and the hi-hats, and then the other one's just the hi-hats. So, and then that's our 808.
Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta be paid, man. Bills gotta be paid, man. She got to get up.
Let's go ahead and rename that 808 here. Alrighty.
No telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta get paid. Ain't got time to lollygag or wait for a nigga to give her bread. She can do it 3 ways, but ain't tryna lay in that bed. Or she can grab some work, but she ain't tryna end up in that cage. No job tryna hire her, but she gotta keep the kids fed. So what she do, she jack niggas to try to get ahead. It's fair game when you win them streets, but you playing with your life when you win them sheets. You made a child with the hood free. No child support cause you a deadbeat. Now you're mad, man, cause you heard around town that she been getting a chain. But she went through the storm and overcame all of the pain. The mama done open shop and she done straight up changed the game. No telling what you gon' do when you're back against them walls, man. It's not about where you come from, it's where you're headed these days.
I like the 808 volume right there. I don't remember if I sidechained this in Ableton Live already, but I think I'm gonna have to do that.
No telling what
I'm gonna have to take that
paid,
key
ain't got time.
and this information right there from these two tracks and sidechain the goddamn kick. Oh fuck. Let me see how we're gonna be able to do that. Let's go to comp here, and I gotta remember how I need to do that right there. I think that is a external send. Let's see here. Nope, it's not external send. Yeah, it is external send. Shit. Let's see, left, right, going to tracks. Let's see here. 808 track. Just gonna be this one right here. That's the destination going to the 808 track. Let's see what happens here. Definitely that's not it. That's not it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to side chain in here really quick. Let's see. You know where I'm about to go. I'm about to chat GPT it real quick. And figure it out. Let's see here. Let's see. I know the last time I did this, and this was a couple of years back when I used, it was a way where you sent the fader, but like I said, the good old chat GPT always get us right. And but I'm thinking, I can't remember how. I know it's a way you can send this stuff. See, send, and then you could do like a pre or something like that. But let's see what it's telling me here. So chat GPT is coming up with like 3 different, let me show you guys this right here. So it's just basically, it keeps going through its it keeps thinking. Yeah, I think it's confused. So it's saying you can use the ACE compressor, and then you can use a third party. Okay, so here it is. It took a little while for it to think and compile all the different information. So it's several different ways you could do it in here from where it's telling me. It's the pins. That's right. So if I wanted to, let's say for instance, send this this compressor on the 808. Now I'm starting to remember. So I have to kind of put a plug-in on here for it in order to do what I need to do. And let me see if red on here. Oh, it is. Oh yeah, man, it's definitely gonna be some marks taken off here tonight. Hey, I told y'all I'm learning. I'm learning Mixbus. I'm learning Mixbus, man. Don't hold me to it, big dog. Don't hold me to it. We're just gonna sidechain it with something simple. Let's see here. Let's have some fun with a McDSP plugin. Something light, something very light on the something light on the PC here. All right. As soon as it pulls up and want to act right. There it is. All right, cool. So this is how you sidechain. That's what it was. I know I wasn't stupid, but well, I kind of am stupid, but anyway, you have to basically pull up a third-party plugin or some type of I think it's called the AV2 plugins in Mixbus. Once you pull up that plugin, there's right here next to your sample reader here for us, like how many samples it's using. It's gonna be this thing called show pin plugin pin management dialog. That's a lot to say, but basically it's kind of like the routing of this whole DAW here, and you can add a sidechain input. So right here, there's a sidechain tab with a green marker. You have to engage that first. Now, what we could do is basically take a mirror sound signal of the stereo track here and say, hey, I want you to go to the destination of the 808s, which should be, goddamn, at such a, oh, nope, we don't need that one. We just need one. I want to, let's see, the routing grid. Let's go to tracks, and I want you to go to the left and the right. There we go. All right. So basically, I took this routing grid, told the sidechain, hey, sidechain from the comp one. Actually, shit. We actually wanted to come from goddamn. It's this one right here. What is this? Let's call that the kick, and this is the drum loop. Gotta label this real quick. All right, cool. I need that to be coming from there. There we go. So you can see these green dots if you can see it on the screen. It's really simple in Harrison Mixbus. That's why I kind of keep going to it, and it's really stable on my PC. But anyway, so the kick out, we're sending that signal into the sidechain input right here. Same thing here. So both of those tracks right there, the kick out and the drum loop out, is going into the sidechain if I hooked it up correctly. All right. So we should be receiving information coming into this plugin right here. So let's give it a shout, man. I'm gonna choose 1176 style compressor here. No, that's a beat. Well, yeah, I guess we can use that one. Let's go up to about here. I know Big Red roasting my ass right now, boy. There we go. So let's unsolo the kick and the drum loop. And
She can do it 3.
all right, so we hearing the 808. That's a good thing. All right, so let's back off on the threshold and see what happens. There it is. We did it right. I think we did it right. And it didn't say what I did. Okay. There we go. We got it. Okay. I don't know why it sent me to that screen, but okay, we got it right here. All right, so this should be it. I think I got it backwards. Let's stop that real quick. No, I don't. So you can see here in orange, here at the top, I'm sending signal, and it's showing that it's going to this right here. I'm trying to figure out how you engage the sidechain. Let me see if I can key in the sidechain. Damn. And that's supposed to be going in too. Yeah, so I have it hooked up right. I'm not exactly sure why we're here. Interesting. Yeah, I'm lost for words right here. This is something I'm going to have to research for sure. But I'm very confident I got it hooked up correctly. Like I said, these orange tabs, you're sending the signal out, so it's routed correctly. Why I'm not hearing this side chain, I'm kind of confused on that part right there. But I ain't tripping because I'm learning. I'm learning, people. Don't hold me to it. Don't hold me to it. Something's not right. Let me turn the sidechain off on the 808, which that was the mistake I made. Let's see here. Oh, okay. I see what's going on now. So when you turn it off here, see what I'm doing here. All right. Engage sidechain here. Choosing where I want the sources to come from. Kick and drum loop. And it engaged it automatically on your source tracks.
Niggas to try to get ahead. It's fair game when you win them streets, but you're playing with your life when you win them sheets. You made a child with the hood free, no child support cause you a deadbeat. Now you're mad, man, cause you heard around town that she been getting a chain. But she went through the storm and overcame all of the pain. The mama done opened shop and she done straight up changed the game. No telling what you gon' do when you're back against the wall.
I'm assuming it's working correctly because I notice a volume fluctuation and I do have a drum loop that's just not really kind of giving me the actual business on the kick. So let me do this. I'm gonna get rid of the drum loop, just have the goddamn just the kick itself, and I'm gonna see what happens here.
No telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta get paid. Ain't got time to lollygag or wait for a nigga to give her bread. She can do it 3 ways, but ain't tryna lay in that bed. Or she can grab some work, but she ain't tryna end up in that cage. No job tryna hire her, but she gotta keep the kids fed. So what she do? She jack niggas to try.
Now, what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna choose a different plugin because I'm gonna choose something that I'm gonna choose a 1176. Let me see something here. I'm trying to see something. I'm learning. I got all night too. No, really I don't. But let's see here. Let's choose this right here. Let's make that a favorite as we go. So what I'm gonna do is just take this regular 1176, I'll put it underneath there, and I'm gonna suspend my sidechain on the MixDSP until I can figure that out. Because certain plugins handle sidechaining a little differently. All right, so just so I ain't looking stupid here, which I know somebody's already ripping me a new one, but I'm gonna get rid of that right there. Pull this plugin up one more time. Okay, so engage sidechain, choose my destination, which is the kick. All right, and I shouldn't have to do anything else. All right, so let's see how this compressor reacts.
No telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta get paid. Ain't got time to lollygag or wait for a nigga to give her bread. She can do it 3 ways, but ain't tryna lay in that bed. Or she can grab some work, but she ain't tryna end up in that cage. No job tryna.
Okay, so that's what I was afraid of.
No telling what she gon' do.
So I'm soloed the 808 and I hear the kick.
Do she jack niggas to try to.
The fuck? Okay. Yeah, I ain't gonna even lie to you. I'm confused. Let's see here. No, let's put that back right there. What the fuck, bro? Choose the kick. I'm gonna send level. Let's go back to ChatGPT here. All right. So you're gonna tell the compressor to listen to engage the external sidechain. Okay, external button. That's what we did. Fine tune the threshold, ratio, attack, release. All right. Keep the low end pumping, same as the plug-in. Sidechain several tracks at once, routing the multiple sources to the same sidechain input. Okay. Open pin connections, add sidechain input, choose kick. And the ace hit external sidechain. Okay. And here, this plugin doesn't have it. So I'm gonna have to find a plugin that basically hosts sidechaining. Normally, some third-party plugins don't have sidechain function selected. I know that McDSP one didn't. Let me save this session because sometimes when I choose the Harrison plugins, they crash the DAW. So I saved it already. Let me go ahead and choose the it says the Ace compressor. So let's go ahead and choose that real quick. I am on a stereo track. Insert. Okay. That's looking good so far. So let's go ahead and blow that up here. And Mixbus is about to crash. I already know it. Please go ahead and crash. There it is. I already knew it was coming. I already knew it. I told y'all. That's a little cleaning up to do on that part right there. Open it up again. I'm trying to figure out what other plugins I normally use. When I do sidechaining, it's normally some stuff like this already built in. In this case, I'm not exactly sure why the compressor that's already in line on the mixer, you can't sidechain it for some reason. But we're gonna figure it out because I'm a type of person that I'm gonna fix it and we're gonna find out or whatnot. All right, so that's our only thing we gotta figure out. All right, so if you do have Mixbus, I don't know, shit. Hey, Red Man, leave me alone, bro. my boy laughing at me, man. He laughing. It could take all night, but I'm not gonna. Yeah, routing. Yeah. I'm not gonna let this goddamn sidechain defeat me, buddy. Oh man. I actually had make you laugh. I was trying to figure that out the other day though. I'm just waiting on Mixbus to pull up and load up the session and everything. Let's see what it says here. Oh shit, I load up the wrong session. Damn. This is another session that I did the other day. Talk about your Brenda Boo. So y'all, it's just kind of loading up the mixer and stuff like that. This is not the session for sure. We're gonna go ahead and close that. Open up the one I had. Nah, well, I mean, shit. I mean, hell, anything actually helps, to be honest with you. Cause I ain't gonna even lie to you. I'm kind of confused on how the fuck you even sidechain in here, to be honest with you. It's not a hard process. It's just that I'm not exactly. Mixbus does things a little bit differently. It's not like a option choice like it is in Pro Tools and all these other traditional DAWs. Like this is kind of like Reason. You have to know how to hook it up. You got to know where to route it at and stuff like that. So yeah, man, if you got some screenshots, bro, shoot it to me, man. But I got the Chat GPT up. It's telling me how to do it verbatim. So I had it hooked up correctly. I'm just not exactly sure, what plugins work with. I had this issue a while back though. When I was trying to sidechain something, and it just wasn't working for me. So we back here once again. All right, and I'm gonna try to see if I can load that same freaking plugin up. But this time I'm gonna choose the let's see here. I'm gonna choose the XT stuff here. Maybe I can get away with something here. Let's see here. And that's sad that their own native plugins crashes their DAW. You would think a third party would, but their own native plugins crashes the DAW. So if you do have Mixbus, it may run into that issue, and that's a damn shame. Certain plugins work, but I have had issues with the compressor native LV2 format that they have in there from Adore, which is kind of like the built engine of this damn thing crashing. So I'm gonna have to use something third party. It's a fucked up situation, but it's all good. Remember, boy Red, he be trolling me, man. Nah, that's my dog right there. Yeah, let's find another third party because I'm not about to sit here and but y'all see it for yourself though, so I'm not lying. But let's choose something a little bit more friendly here. Can't go wrong with a plugin alliance, but they don't have a dedicated compressor. I'm trying to find something that's. Let's use this. God damn it. I don't think this has a sidechain function either. God damn. Oh, fuck. Any suggestions, Red? Let me know. What third party that has? For real, I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's the version of Windows that I have. I've been trying to figure it out, to be honest with you, man. Shit, I mean, fuck, bro. I don't know. Your guess is better than mine. For real. I'm not exactly sure why they own native plugins, and I'm gonna pull it up to you. All right, so I'm in Harrison console section, the XT console compressor, the stereo version, LV2. This is it right here on the screen. And watch, I think when I go to, it was one of these I went to vocal character. Sometimes that works, and sometimes it doesn't. But watch, it's gonna crash. But then when it crashes, it'll pull back up without a problem. So I'm really, I'm really flabbergasted on why it's even doing that. And it'll pop right back up, say, hey, open me up again. So I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm gonna hop on that live stream next week with Nathan, and I'm gonna ask him that. But I'm not gonna play myself in front of all those people. But I may send an email and try to figure out what's going on, or whatnot. But it's like every version that come out, even the version updates and stuff like that, it does that to me. I don't know what's going on. But their third party plugins that they have with SSL, they work pretty good. They don't crash. It's just that LV2 format plugins that always give me a problem. And that's supposed to be, like I said, their native plugin. And for some reason, I don't know. I really don't know. But I gotta find a plugin real quick, man. This is embarrassing. All right. So this is a plugin right here. Very simple. This is from Kilohertz. We're going to choose a sidechain here. All right. Engage it. Tell it the source. Kick. Not a problem. It's connected. All right. Sidechain off inputs. What the fuck? Let's see here. That's it. I think that's it right there. That's it. That is it. That is it right there. All right, so I done figured it out, Red. You can't laugh at me no more, right? It really depends on your third party or whatever plugin you use. you can go ahead and go to the pin configuration at the top left corner. You can choose sidechain, engage sidechain, choose your source. You'll see it. I mean, it's foolproof. It's the type of plugin that you use. All compressor plugins don't have sidechain input functioning and stuff like that. So the ones I was using, they just wasn't working. This one right here, I have to remember this is gonna have to be a favorite. Because I'm gonna have to favorite this one right here because it works. I have to choose the input for the sidechain and then it's working. So we'll play that back. And when you solo, there's another thing I want to tell you is whatever you sidechaining, when you solo that, the source is gonna have like this little green outline on the solo to let you know it's pulling signal from that source into your sidechain source to be sidechain. All right, just a visual note on that. We're gonna go ahead and push this right underneath the EQ. Let's play that in the mix.
No telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta get paid. Ain't got time to lollygag or wait for a nigga to give her bread. She can do it 3 ways, but ain't tryna lay in that bed. Or she can grab some work, but she ain't tryna end up in that cage. No job tryna hire her, but she gotta keep the kids fed. So what she do, she jack niggas to try to get ahead. It's fair game when you win them streets, but you playing with your life when you win them sheets. You made it y'all with the hood free. No child support cause you a deadbeat. Now you're mad, man, cause you heard around town that she been getting a chain. But she went through the storm and overcame all of the pain. The mama done open shop and she done straight up changed the game. No telling what you gon' do when you're back against them. Ain't no telling what she gon' do.
That's it right there. That is it, man. Plugin choice. That's what it is. I learned today. They're red. Your plugin choice on what you want to use with the compressor, the sidechain really does matter. In my case, on my system, I mean, I can't use the LV2 native plugin on there. Not exactly sure, but what does work is the Kilohertz plugin. Works flawlessly. This is a simple plugin. I just need something to compress the kick. That's it. You know what I'm saying? No color or anything like that. So. How long it took Red? About what, 10-15 minutes? All right, the next thing I'm gonna tackle is this sample. This sample is basically all the instrumentation I have in the track itself. It's definitely gonna need some milk. So and I took that from a record, so we have to kind of fit it in with the drums. They really kind of make it mesh with the vocals itself. So let's do this real quick. I'm gonna play that back.
No telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta get paid. Ain't got time to lollygag or wait for a nigga to give her bread. She can do it 3 ways, but ain't tryna lay in that bed. Or she can grab some work, but she ain't tryna end up in that cage. No job tryna hire her, but she gotta keep the kids fed. So what she do, she jack niggas to try to get ahead. It's fair game when you win them streets, but you playing with your life when you win them sheets. You made it y'all with the hood free. No child support cause you a deadbeat. Now you're mad, man, cause you heard around town that she been getting a chain. But she went through the storm and overcame all of the pain. The mama done open shop and she done straight up changed the game. No telling
so
what you gon' do when you're back against the wall, man. It's not about where you come from, it's where you're headed these days. Change the present and the future, and I bet you see the better day. Graduated from nothing to something around you, I bet you feel the hate. But when you ain't no telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta get paid. Ain't got time to lollygag or wait for a nigga to give her bread. She can do it 3 ways, but ain't tryna lay in that bed. Or she can grab some work, but she ain't tryna end up in. try to get ahead. It's fair game when you win them streets, but you're playing with your life when you win them sheep. You made it y'all with the hood free, no child support cause you a deadbeat. Now you're mad, man, cause you heard around town that she been getting a chain. But she went through the storm and overcame all of the pain. The mama done opened shop and she done straight up changed the game. No telling what you gon' do when you're back against them walls, man. It's not about where you come from, it's where you're headed these days. Change the present and the future, and I bet you see the better days. I bet you feel hate, but when you see success, you can't lie. I bet you feel great. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. You gotta be fed, man. All
right, cool deal. So this sample is really difficult because the sample has a lot of things going on with it, and I gotta get it to be like in cohesiveness with the vocals. So scooping out a little bit of that mid-range kind of helped out a little bit. It didn't make it seem so conflicting with the vocals and everything. So what I got to do on here is kind of have to put something on here that's really going to give it color, give it some body. I got two preamp plugins in mind. The first one is going to be a Hilby preamp plugin. All right, I'm going to go with the Mode 67. This one can give you some really, really interesting color and everything like that. And on top of that, I'm going to pull up, and I hope I have enough DSP to do so, is going to be the goddamn Hazel Rig plugin from Mixwave. This motherfucker here, bro. I ain't gonna even lie to you. That's this one right here is gangster, bro. And I'm gonna use these two to really kind of get me where I need to go. All right. I'm gonna throw this before the EQ. All right, I'm gonna turn off the Hazel Rig for right now. I'm gonna focus on the Hilby because I really need this. I need this sample to have weight. It don't have weight, but I had to filter it in order to make the beat do what it do, if that makes any sense. So
no telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta get paid. Ain't got time to lollygag or wait for a nigga to give her
now
a
I'm
bread.
gonna go ahead and bypass the plugin.
No telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta get paid. Ain't got time to lollygag or wait for a nigga to give her bread. She can do it three ways, but ain't tryna lay in that bed. Or she can grab some work, but she ain't tryna end up in that cage. No job tryna hire her, but she gotta keep the kids fed. So what she do, she jack niggas to try to get ahead. It's fair game when you win them streets, but you playing with your life when you win them sheep. You made it y'all with the hood free, no child support cause you a deadbeat. Now you're mad, man, cause you heard around town that she been getting a chain. But she went through the storm and overcame all of the pain. The mama done opened shop and she done straight up changed the game. No telling what you gon' do when you're back against them walls, man. It's not about where you come from, it's where you're headed these days. Change the present and the future, and I bet you see the better days. Graduated from nothing to something around you, I bet you feel hate. But when you see success, you can't lie, I bet you feel great. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. You gotta be fed, man. Just gotta be fed, man. Ain't no short stopping her. She got to get her bread, man. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. You gotta be fed, man. Just gotta be fed, man. Ain't no short stopping her. She got to get her bread, man. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta get paid. Ain't got time to lie.
All right, so I think it's just the sheer nature of the sample. What I did happen was I threw it in mono, kind of got the gain staging right, and then I kind of did a little EQ move on the high mid right there. What I'm gonna do now is just engage this Hazel Rig, and I want to kind of bring up that low end here. I want a low end boost on this thing, so let me see if I can achieve that.
No telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta get paid. Ain't got time to lollygag or wait for a nigga to give her bread. She can do it three ways, but ain't tryna lay in that bed. Or she can grab some work, but she ain't tryna end up in that cage. No job tryna hire her, but she gotta keep the kids fed. So what she do, she jack niggas to try to get ahead. It's fair game when you win them streets, but you playing with your life when you win them sheep. You made it y'all with the hood free, no child support cause you a deadbeat. Now you're mad, man, cause you heard around town that she been getting a chain. But she went through the storm and overcame all of the pain. The mama done opened shop and she done straight up changed the game. No telling what you gon' do when you're back against them walls, man. It's not about where you come from, it's where you're headed these days. Change the present and the future, and I bet you see the better days. Graduated from nothing to something around you, I bet you feel hate. But when you see success, you can't lie, I bet you feel great. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. You gotta be fed, man. Just gotta be fed, man. Ain't no short stopping her. She got to get her bread, man. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. You gotta be fed, man. Just Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta get paid. Ain't got time to lollygag or wait for.
So on that section right there, the verse, I think I'm gonna have to kind of cut the audio itself and lower that. I think that's what's going on here.
No telling what she gon' do. No telling what she gon' do.
Yeah, right here. I think that's what's gonna have to happen. Let's do this real quick. Put it on Snap, and we're gonna cut this section right here. All right, and let's zoom back out here, and let's go to the end of the goddamn verse here.
No telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta get paid. No telling what she is. Change the present and the future, and I bet you see the better day. Graduated from nothing to something around you, I bet you feel hate. But when you see success, you can't lie, I bet you feel great.
Right here at 31, right before this.
Hey.
This little bump right here. Snap that up one more time. Let's cut it right here. All right. And what we're going to do now is let's go ahead and highlight this, and let's go to our region gain here. Zoom out. So our region gain, once you kind of cut something and you have it grayed out, you have this little region section right here. Shout out to Nathan, because I've been learning some shit. But Nathan from Harrison. But we're gonna bring down that region gain, just maybe like a dB. All right, and let's see if there's any difference when it comes to the hook right here when it loops back. Yeah, let's see.
No telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta get paid. Ain't got time to lollygag or wait for a nigga to give her bread. She can do it 3 ways, but ain't tryna lay in that bed.
That's
or she
exactly
can grab
what's
some
going
work,
on.
but she ain't tryna end up in that cage. No job tryna hire her, but she gotta. No telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta get paid. Ain't got time to lollygag or wait for a nigga to give her bread. No telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta get paid. Ain't got time to lollygag or wait for a nigga to give her bread. She can do it 3 ways, but
so I lowered it down negative 4.5 dB, and that's kind of helping give the first verse some room to kind of like do its performance.
no telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta get paid. Ain't got time to lollygag or wait for a nigga to give her bread. She can do it 3 ways, but ain't tryna lay in that bed. Or she can grab some work, but she ain't tryna end up in that cage. No job tryna hire her, but she gotta keep the kids fed. So what she do, she jack niggas to try to get ahead. It's fair game when you win them streets, but you playing with your life when you win them sheets. You made it all with the hood free. No child support cause you a deadbeat. Now you're mad, man, cause you heard around town that she been getting a chain. But she went through the storm and overcame all of the pain. The mama done open shop and she done straight up changed the game. No telling what you gon' do when you're back against them walls, man. It's not about where you come from, it's where you're headed these days.
Yeah,
change the
that's it
present
right there.
and the future, and I bet you see the better day. Graduated from nothing to something around you, I bet you feel hate. But when you see
Now it's gonna be a
success, you
big
can't
volume
lie,
jump,
I
watch.
bet you feel great. Ain't no telling what she
Oh,
gon'
no.
do. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. You gotta be fed, man. Bills gotta be paid, man. Ain't no short stopping her. She got to get her bread, man. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. You gotta be fed, man. Bills gotta be paid, man. Ain't no short stopping her. She got to get her bread, man.
Slow tongue, ain't no telling what she
Cool. That was it right there. So that was the issue I was having. It was just literally too loud. And now that my memory is serving me correctly, when I did this in Ableton Live, the verse version of the sample was a little bit loud, and that was without, you know what I'm saying, that was without any type of vocals and stuff like that. And I remember there's a different type of sample cut that I did on the hook. So by lowering that definitely did the trick. So what I want to do is kind of play it safe and do that on the same thing on the second hook here, which I think is right here.
Slow tongue, ain't no telling what she gon' do. She gon'
Let's do that right here on this section here. Right here on this cut. I apologize. I like to keep things on a grid when I'm cutting. I don't want to cut the wrong shit, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean, Vern. That went over some people's head. That's old school right there. It's that Pee Wee Herman. Know what I mean, Vern? All right, we're going to go all the way down here. We're going to go to this cut right here. Bow. All right, cool. So we got a cut there on that verse. We're going to go ahead and bring that down. Negative 4.5. All right, cool. And it reduced it for me. Let's play it on that hook right there.
No telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta get paid. Ain't got time to lollygag or wait for a nigga to give her.
This loop shit. I like it and I don't like it.
Man, ain't no short stopping her. She got to get her bread, man.
slow tongue, ain't no telling what she gon' do. She gonna find a way to get that money out of you. She might suck your dick, make a nigga come quick. She going for your wallet, nigga, she bout to play them tricks.
So I bumped that one up another 5 dB. Like I said, my verse is a little bit different, so it may need that compensation on that region right there.
Slow tongue, ain't no telling what she gon' do. She gonna find a way to get. She turn the sex, open the legs with that good. No lights, no heat, fucking to stay up off the street. 3 children, 3 baby daddies, ain't got no meat to eat. What Brenda gonna do in these tough situations? She get on the knees to pray, liberation.
Ain't no telling what she gon'.
Alright, yeah, let me play it with all the vocals in.
No telling what she gon' do. She gonna find a way to get that money out of you. She might suck your dick, make a nigga come quick. She going for your wallet, nigga, she bout to play them tricks. Telling her home girl, that's just my weekend babe. She keeping secrets locked up while she playing gay. Both sides of the fence trying to maintain. Going to school, no job, about to blow her brains. Beat up with her mama, daddy don't know her name. No one to talk to, depression increasing the pain. To make herself happy, to make her feel good. She turned the sex, open the legs with that good. No lights, no heat, fucking to stay up off the street. 3 children, 3 baby daddies, ain't got no meat to eat. What Brenda gonna do in these tough situations? You get on the knees to pray, liberation.
Ain't no telling what she gon' do.
Okay, yeah, that was it. So yeah, we just it was a little bit different than it was in the first verse. Not by much, maybe like negative 0.4 dB or whatever. But yeah, that was definitely the issue. With the help of the let's see here, the Hilby and the Hazel rig right here. Kind of just did some tone shaping. Kind of gave it a little bit of character using the preamp gain, and yeah, I think it was good on that. What I'm gonna do now is let me check this mastering rig that I got here. Now that I gotta well, no, let me finish with this track real quick.
No telling what she gon' do. She gonna find a way to get that money out of you. She might suck your dick, make a nigga come quick. She going for your wallet, nigga, she bout to play them tricks. Telling her home girl, that's just my weekend babe. She keeping secrets locked up while she playing.
So So we're going to use one of my favorite bus EQs, which is the Amic. Either the I think it's the 250 that I like. I think it's the 250. Let me see here. It's both of these. Yeah, I think it's the goddamn it's the 200. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna use the 250 because the 250 is a little cleaner, and it has a good mid range to it. So this is by far my favorite Mixbus 2-bus EQ right here. We're gonna kind of shape this beat up with EQ. I really don't need compression on here because we just got drums and a sample, so I could just use what's in the actual Mixbus compression in the doggone the native situation or whatnot. Let's hide these damn inline controls here. Put that right above the compressor there. All right, and let's get this EQ right. So we definitely got some distortion. I gotta do something with that sample. I maybe got a little bit too aggressive on there, and I gotta make a change to the bus comp because right now it's compressing a little bit more than what I want. But I'm gonna leave it alone though. I'm gonna leave it alone. Let me get this situation real quick. Let's go back to the sample and I'm gonna move the Hazel rig at the end of it and back off on it.
Children, 3 baby daddies ain't got no meat to eat. What Brenda gonna do in these tough situations? Get on the knees to pray for liberation.
Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. It's gotta be paid, man. Bills gotta be paid, man. Ain't no short stopping.
Yeah, a little bit hot on that preamp.
Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. It's gotta be paid, man. Bills gotta be paid, man. Ain't no short stopping her. She got to get her bread, man.
Yeah, it's a little bit too hot on this preamp on here, so I kind of brought it down a little bit. So let's go back to the processor here. It's kind of dark in here, so I apologize, y'all. It's the only way this damn camera can work. All right, zoom in here.
No telling what she gon' do. She gonna find a way to get that money out of you. She might suck your dick, make a nigga come quick. She going for your wallet, nigga. She bout to play them tricks. Telling her home girl, that's just my weekend babe. She keeping secrets locked up while she playing gay. Both sides of the fence trying to maintain. Going to school, no job, about to blow her brains. Beat up with her mama, daddy don't know her name. No one to talk to, depression increasing the pain. To make herself happy, to make her feel good. She turned to sex, open the legs with that good. No lights, no heat, fucking to stay up off the street. 3 children, 3 baby daddies ain't got no meat to eat. What Brenda gonna do in these tough situations? You get on the knees to pray for liberation.
Ain't no telling what she gon' do.
There we go. All right, cool. So let's play that back once again without the shit right here.
No telling what she gon' do. She gonna find a way to get that money out of
Different,
you.
right?
She might suck your dick, make a nigga come quick. She going for your wallet, nigga. She bout to play them tricks. Telling her home girl, that's just my weekend bait. She keeping secrets locked up while she playing gay. Both sides of the fence trying to maintain. Going to school, no job, about to blow her brains.
All right, cool deal. Every once in a while, I have to remeasure the latency so it can stay in sync with the clock or the interface or whatnot. So I only got 2 inserts in here, so I'm just gonna measure those latencies real quick. That way we on point there. Yeah, so it's definitely different when you take that insert off of there, because I basically did the top-down mixing. So I'm kind of, dependent on that 3-stage process right there. Had to back off on the bus compressor a little bit because I noticed the dynamics wasn't there a little bit, or whatnot. I think the beat is where it's at. I'm gonna go ahead and play this loop back from my verse, back to the first verse there, and hopefully this goddamn thing will loop the way it needs to.
No telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta get paid. Ain't got time to lollygag or wait for a nigga to give her bread. She can do it 3 ways, but ain't tryna lay in that bed. Or she can grab some work, but she ain't tryna end up in that cage. No job tryna hire her, but she gotta keep the kids fed. So what she do? She jack niggas to try to get ahead. It's fair game when you win them streets, but you play your life when you win them sheets. You made it all with the hood free. No child support cause you a deadbeat. Now you're mad, man, cause you heard around town that she been getting a chain. But she went through the storm and overcame all of the pain. The mama done open shop and she done straight up changed the game. No telling what you gon' do when you back against them walls, man. It's not about where you come from, it's where you're headed these days. Change the present and the future, and I bet you see the better day. Graduated from nothing to something around you, I bet you feel hate. But when you see success, you can't lie, I bet you feel great. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta be fed, man. Bills gotta be paid, man. Ain't no short stopping her, she got to get her bread, man. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Kids gotta be fed, man. Bills gotta be paid, man. Ain't no short stopping her, she got to get her bread, man.
All right, cool. So right here we gotta get some volume pushing somewhere. So let's worry about the output level on this thing. Now that I got the beat where it needs to be at, I like how it sounds with the first verse. With the second verse, now I gotta kind of get this done, and I'm gonna call it quits for today. Just wanted to get the top down whole process out of the way. And then we'll come back to it. I don't know. You kind of heard the whole song. I'm not trying to bore you guys with that shit. But let's go ahead and get this hook right.
Lollygag or wait for a nigga to give. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta be fed, man. Bills gotta be paid, man. Ain't no short stopping her, she got to get her bread, man. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta be fed, man. Bills gotta be paid, man. Ain't no short stopping her, she got to get her bread, man.
Slow tongue, ain't no telling.
Ain't no telling. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta be fed, man. Bills gotta be paid, man. Ain't no short stopping her, she got to get her bread, man. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Kids gotta be fed, man. Bills gotta be paid, man. Ain't no short stopping her, she got to get her bread, man.
Slow tongue, ain't.
All right, cool. The next thing I need to do on this particular track is copy over this plugin right here, just to stay consistent with this Neve console sound, and I'm kind of going afterwards, blend it with this Harrison sound or whatever the case may be. But I'm gonna go here, fatten that up just a little bit.
Ain't no telling what she gon' do.
You heard that? That's a big difference. This plugin, I'm telling y'all, this is the truth right here. But let's play it again.
Ain't no telling what she gon' do. telling what she gon' do. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta be fed, man. Bills gotta be paid, man. Ain't no short stopping her. She got to get her bread, man. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta be fed, man. Bills gotta be paid, man. Ain't no short stopping her. She got to get her bread, man.
Slow tongue, ain't no telling what she gon'.
And I think the beat is a little hot, so what we're gonna do is gonna come down on that track a little bit.
Working.
Goddamn, but yeah.
Hey, ain't no telling what she gon' do. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta be fed, man. Bills gotta be paid, man. Ain't no short stopping her. She got to get her bread, man. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta be fed, man. Bills gotta be paid, man. Ain't no short stopping her. She got to get her bread, man.
Slow tongue, ain't no telling what she gon' do. She gonna find a way to.
All right, let's play that back one more time. I think I'm like overdriving it a little bit on this output stage. Let me check this real quick in solo, because I know I'm not tripping, but I ain't tripping. But I could be tripping. Red, I ain't, you know what? I see some laughing emojis. Oh no, that's old. My bad. My bad. I'm trying to put some on my
Hey,
boy.
ain't no telling what she gon' do. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Kids gotta be fed, man. Bills gotta be paid, man. Ain't no short stopping her. She got to get her bread, man. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Kids gotta be fed, man. Bills gotta be paid, man. Ain't no short stopping her. She got to get her bread, man.
So I'm gonna EQ.
Ain't no telling what she gon' do.
So it was a little bit hot around about 300 hertz. This is a Mixbus EQ. It's only 3 bands. So the low gain is at about 300. Far as the shelving, I'm sure it has a very, very gentle slope at around about 6 dB, 5 or 4 dB. But we kind of took off a little bit, about 1 dB so far, and it really kind of cleaned up that low mid range that was going on with it. So let me.
Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta be fed, man. Bills gotta be paid, man. Ain't no short stopping her. She got to get her bread, man. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta be fed, man. Bills gotta be paid, man. Ain't no short stopping her. She got to get her bread, man.
Slow tongue, ain't no telling what.
All right, cool. Another adjustment I made was I backed off on the tape saturation drive on the Mixbus, brighten up the high end just a little bit, not too much. Not like I barely touched it, maybe like 0.2 dB, and I can already hear a difference. And I kind of want to roll off on the low end. Let me pull the decibel plug-in back up here.
Hey, ain't no telling what she gon' do. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Kids gotta be fed, man. Bills gotta be paid, man. Ain't no short stopping her. She got to get her bread, man. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Kids gotta be fed, man. Bills gotta be paid, man. Ain't no short stopping her. She got to get her bread, man.
Slow tongue, ain't no telling what she.
Yeah, it felt like we had a lot of low end information. I just rolled that off a little bit at about 60 hertz. I could be a little bit more aggressive on the EQ, so let's go back there. But I'm already aggressive. I'm on this little dip right here. I'm going to go ahead and widen the Q a little bit more.
Hey, ain't no telling what she gon' do. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Kids gotta be fed, man. Bills gotta be paid, man. Ain't no short stopping her. She got to get her bread, man. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Kids gotta be fed, man. Bills gotta be paid, man. Ain't no short stopping her. She got to get her bread, man.
Slow tongue.
All right, cool. We almost there. Just gotta go back to the the output stage on this plug-in to turn it on to just a hair.
Hey, ain't no telling what she gon' do. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Kids gotta be fed, man. Bills gotta be paid, man. Ain't no short stopping her. She got to get her bread, man.
slow tongue, ain't no telling what she gon' do. She gonna find a way to get that money out of you. She might.
All right, cool. I think that was it right there. Yeah. So let's go ahead and go to the beginning. I'm pretty much where I want to be at with all these vocals here. I do have a little part in the beginning, and let's go back here.
Working your way down. Slow down. Working your way down.
All right. Let's see.
Working your way down. Slow down. Working your way down.
So I kind of wanted to give it like a jukebox feel to it. It's already got like a EQ, a reverb filter effect. Excuse me, a reverb effect on it. I just didn't have a EQ filter effect, so I kind of cut the lows, cut the highs, and boosted the mid.
Working your way down.
So that's without the EQ and the filter.
Slow down. Working your way down.
Yeah, that's it. I need to record a dub on this beginning part.
Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta get paid.
And of course, we don't have any effects on here yet, because we can't do that on a live stream because this damn computer gonna trip out. But I need to. What I plan on doing is kind of putting an overdub on here and really kind of talking about the basis of the song. So. Really. What's going on with all the ladies out there? Kind of doing some things, going through some shit right now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Do anything just to make a dollar, make things seem to me. Talk to
Ain't no telling what she
so
gon'
it's gonna
do.
be like a little bit of talking right there in that little section. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna freestyle right there. But for the most part, that's basically it for us. This whole top-down mixing situations. I think I got this mix at a cohesive point where I can kind of like anything else individual, and I still got to mix my verse. I'm running out of time. I don't want to be on this live stream like for 4 or 5 hours and or whatnot. But yeah, so that's basically it for tonight. Just want to check out something.
Slow tongue, ain't no telling what she gon' do. She gonna find a way to get that money out of you. She might suck your dick, make a nigga come quick. She going for your wallet, nigga. She bout to play them tricks. Telling her home girl, that's just my weekend bait. She keeping secrets locked up while she playing gay. Both sides of the fence trying to maintain. Going to school, no job, about to blow her brains. Beat up with her mama, daddy don't know her name. No one to talk to, depression increasing the pain. To make herself happy, to make her feel good. She turned to sex, open the legs with that good. No lights, no heat, fucking to stay up off the street. 3 children, 3 baby daddies ain't got no meat to eat. What Brenda gonna do in these tough situations? Get on the knees to pray for liberation.
Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Ain't no telling what she gon' do. Bills gotta be fed, man. Bills gotta be paid, man. Ain't no short.
All right, and that's what happens when you make changes to your shit, because you got to go back. And I'm learning Mixbus. These inserts are very sensitive, so if you make any changes, it's detecting what you're doing here as far as the round trip audio and everything like that. I just needed to make a change to that. So I kind of went down on the trim. So now the trim is one less click here. Did I write this on the wrong shit? You bitch. Damn. I wrote on the wrong goddamn thing. Shit. It's all good. Yeah, so that's basically it on that.
Slow tongue, ain't no telling what she gon' do. She gonna find a way to get that money out of you. She might suck your dick, make a nigga come quick. She going for your wallet, nigga, she bout to play them tricks. Telling her home girl, that's just my weekend bait. She keeping secrets locked up while she playing gay. Both sides of the fence trying to maintain. Going to school, no job, about to blow her brains. Beat up with her mama.
Yeah, so that is it for tonight. I'm gonna go back up, get up out of here. Yeah, it's basically mission accomplished as far as what we were trying to do with this particular track, and achieve what the topic of is, and try to stay on course and everything like that. And that was just really, you know what I'm saying, top down mixing, and I achieved it. I could think I did, at least, you know what I'm saying. But I got my own workflow. Y'all got your own workflow. You know what I'm saying? May the best man win. That's all I can tell you. Stuff like that. I take the long way around. Most people take a shortcut. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, as long as we all make it to the same destination, and that is putting the music out, it's all good, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. The only hiccup I had was I had a little bit of problem with streaming on my iPad. Felt like it was it sounded like I was, you know what I'm saying, the music wasn't coming out right. But you know what I'm saying, we had a little issue with side chaining. Found out that side chaining was actually side chaining was actually the issue with side chaining in Mixbus. If you're watching this and you made it to this point, I guess, and stuff like that, is you got to make sure you have the right plug-in for side chaining. Otherwise, it's not built into the actual it's not built into the goddamn built into the compressor section, if that makes any sense. So you can right click in here all you want. There's no side chaining in the compressor section, of course. Okay, you have to have the right plug-in that has side chaining features. If you do have kilohertz, the regular kilohertz KHS compressor, use that, because it works really, really well with Mixbus when you want to side chain. So other than that, though, I mean, we got the ball rolling after that. I'm just gonna make notes of everything that I have routed going in and out of the DAW. If you do mess with this stuff, I highly recommend people to use one of these right here. It's a simple notebook and a fucking pen. Write this shit down or whatnot. While I'm here and doing what I'm doing here, what I want to do is show you guys is say what the hell we got going on right here real quick. And we're gonna make note of all of our changes with this particular app. And this will be the last I want to show you guys. This is called the Sessions app. Especially if you like have hardware equipment, I highly recommend you get this free app and pay for the devices that work well with it. It will save you a lifetime of headache. Basically, this app is it's a hardware recall app, and it works really, really well. Let me go ahead and do this real quick. Let's go ahead and we're going to minimize this shit right here, and we're gonna do a new session. Not right there. We're gonna bring out the session right here. Actually, we're gonna delete that. I'm sorry, y'all. We're gonna go to file. We want to open up a new session from our template here. All right, cool. And then we can rename this right here. All right. What's she gonna do? We save that. And now we're gonna go ahead and hit save because this is a blank tape template here. We just drag that down underneath here because it's a song by itself. All right. And what we're gonna do is just kind of like make notes. Now I do each of these modules that you're seeing, I had to pay for it separately. So they do have a Behringer Ultra Patch Pro Patch Bay that you could purchase. And these little purchases like $3, $4 here. This is the actual compressor that I'm running my boy record lead vocals with. Let me get a little bit of light in here. I can see the goddamn controls. All right, cool. Had to get a little bit of light, or whatnot. So on his controls here, we are about right here on the threshold, and we can let's see here. So a certain way we can do this shit. Let's see here, about right there on the threshold. And we're using an 8-to-1 ratio, so about right there. All right, and what we can do is unlink the channels as well. So because this is a stereo device and the way they build it, you can unlink the channel so we can make individual changes over here or make individual changes here. So 8-to-1 ratio, about right here on the attack, about right here on the release. No de-essing, which I should have used. Damn, I forgot this damn thing has a de-esser. I should have used it, but it's probably gonna sound real t-t-t-t-t. And then on the output, we have about right here on the output. And the cool part about this is we can go back to the verse here, and we can even recall the LED meters. So you can see the device over here, the LED meters, and all I got to do is just pull up this session situation here, and on average it's about 3 LEDs at the most, and then about right there. So it kind of gives you a ballpark of where you need to be at, and recall it or whatnot. Of course, we're active, so that is pushed in, and that's it. This is only that one channel. I do have the only thing I don't have is my Neve clones. It's made by a different manufacturer. This particular Neve clone here is the Behringer, the new Behringer 1273s, if I'm not mistaken. But I have an Altron MP73 Neve clone. So I kind of have to deal with what they have there. So I got a base. I got to kind of use this. So this is the preamp section, of course. And that is right there. This is the low end. And the low end is basically right here on 220. And the volume is about right here. Actually a little bit past that, to be honest with you, about right there. The midsection is over here. Actually, the midsection is on 700, and then we're at about 3 o'clock on the midsection, about right here. And this one can be unlinked as well. So let me just unlink those real quick. So it's about right there. And this is the high end, which is a fixed high end. So It's about right here. Actually, not that much. It's about right here. All right, and then I got a 80 hertz cutoff. Yep, 80 hertz cutoff. And a little bit of output about right there. All right. So that is the Neve right there. And that's all I have. So it's just this one. I got two of them. So it's mine is located on the bottom and everything like that. I'll just put that one off. That'll let me know that this one is inactive or whatnot. And I think on this one, the LED markers on this one is at about right there at 0. He's not going past 0, but this is a little bit differently. So it's a little bit different reading here or whatnot. On the Trans X, this is a picture. This is not a device. They haven't came out with this one just yet. I do have the FMR audio compressors. The DBX 286 is not on there. This is an actual device here and everything like that, but we didn't use that. This is a picture. The DBX is a picture, and the virtualizer is a picture. The picture of my mixer, my little color box or whatever. All the pictures items are at the bottom. The bus is up here, and we're currently sitting right here on the threshold. Yeah, right here. In between 12 o'clock and 1 o'clock. The TAC is all the way slow. Ratio is on 2. And we have not a slow, but a slow mid release. And we don't have any high pass filtering. Interesting. And the makeup gain is right here past that little notch right there. We do have the compressor engaged, and we have the transformer engaged. All right. And unfortunately, on this particular module, they didn't think about adjusting the VU. But it's not an issue. As long as we got the controls, it's all good. There's no Behringer 2496 because it's a digital recall. So I have to save that at a later time and everything like that. But, you know what I'm saying? I'll go ahead, and what I normally do is these are my little note boxes, and I can put my little, you know what I'm saying, route my little situations here and there, or whatnot. What Red said, man. My bad. I'm gonna get it done. Well. I could finish the whole song and stuff like that. But you know, I gotta work and stuff like that. So I've been kind of, you know what I'm saying, I had a lot of errands to do, so I didn't want to stay up late tonight. I'm actually kind of tired, but you know what I'm saying, I can finish the whole song. I actually can finish a whole song. It's just that when I start adding effects and really kind of start bringing that mix in, it's not this computer and this computer and the live stream. We ain't gonna get together. You feel me? So yeah, man, that's what that is. I think the next time I probably do this, I just have to kind of like, you know, stream from my phone and just use the phone audio at this point, whatnot. Let's see here. We do have a routing situation here, so we're coming out of the Mode 2.5. We're going into let's see here. We're going into the MP73. So let's get rid of this cable here. All right, we're coming out of 5. We're going into the first one right here. Oh shit. Out of 5, going in here. I don't know what the color is on that cable. I don't feel like looking at it, but we're coming out of here. We're going into the Trans Y, and I normally run like a yellow cable there, and then we're coming back out of the Trans Y into a mixer. But that mixer is hardwired into the 5, so we'll just basically come back there. And that's normally a gray cable right there. Not a white cable, gray cable. All right. So that's basically how the patch bay works. Well, it's configured in my section or my system. Out, in, out, in and out, back on the same Mo2 output 5 right there. I'm not gonna worry about my mix bus because it's hardwired on 7 and 8. So and I don't have it labeled on here as well. But this thing, you can label everything that you want. Like these are tab labels. You can type in the tab labels. Really good program. Again, Sessions. It's called Sessions. Sessions. That's it. Sessions. It's a Sessions recall app. Download the app for free. Where they get you at, you got to pay for your stuff. So the DBX 168, the DBX 160A, I have that unit as well. Of course, the KTA and the KT2A and the 76KT, the clones and everything like that. Got those on there, not a problem. So yeah, that's basically it. So yes, sir. Like I said, we out of here. I just kind of wanted to show you guys that, and so DJ Red can get off my ass, and quit messing with me. But yeah, man, we basically got what we got. So now I'm at a point right now I can really get comfortable and do what I got to do, and move on to the next thing. So that was a nice little in-depth session with Mixbus. I'm really starting to like it. The reason why is because it's really working well with Studio One for me. It's working really well with everything that I got going on. You see, we got shit over here, we got shit over here going on, and it hasn't really kind of like said fuck you, you know what I'm saying, we're not gonna work. It's actually a better stable version than the previous versions that I have tested with Studio. I keep wanting to call this damn thing Studio One. Is really a stable version than the previous Mixbuses. So Mixbus 11, in my opinion, by far is the best release they have had to date. You know what I'm saying? Not just with the additions of having an SSL EQ. It's stable. It's running very well. Shout out to the SSL team for coming in there and really kind of QCing what Harrison is doing. And it may look like a lot going on with Mixbus, but it's so simple. If you know how to operate a mixer, like mixer that you buy at a Guitar Center, you can operate Mixbus very well. And really kind of look at Mixbus as being a tape recorder. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? You have your mixer and it's just basically a tape recorder. A virtual tape recorder, but it's really working well. It's definitely a go-to mix tool, and it's fun, and it's a different approach. Studio One and all these other different DAWs, they have I call it a block method approach. This one has the same type of similar approach, but it has you to think about your mixing decisions a little bit, because you don't have to worry about, okay, I need to build a plug-in chain. You already got things there for you. And when you build a plug-in chain, you end up having, like, to be honest with you, about 6 plugins just to have a vocal chain. Mind you that you may have 3 lead vocals in your session. So now you have to kind of take that same type of chain, which has the same cohesive sound, copy that over, and oh, by the way, it's going to take up a lot of your CPU and stuff like that. So it's, if you really look at it, it's just the simplified version of a console in a virtual form. And it just really helps you make better mixing decisions, if you ask me. But like I said, I could be wrong. And yeah, so the mix right now though is at about a 60. I'm basically at a point right now, just basically going in there and tighten up a couple of individual things there, add some effects to the vocals, delays, reverbs, all that stuff I can't do because it's time-based effects, and my machine is gonna act stupid, but we're there. So hopefully this live stream is kind of helpful to anyone out there that's been looking at Mixbus, haven't really made the switch yet. You know what I'm saying, it's definitely worth demoing first if it's for you, and everything like that. Is it like a Studio One killer, a Logic killer, a Pro Tools killer? Hell no, it's not a killer, but it definitely help you get to your mixes and get to a point where you're comfortable with your mixes a little bit faster. But once you get comfortable with it though, it's definitely worth worthwhile for sure. We out of here, man. Red, what you got for me, my boy? Cause hey, man, stop messing with me, bro. You know what? My desk will never be clean for some reason. I have a big ass desk. Like, this is one of those desks that you buy from Guitar Center, and I have yet to find a desk that worked for me, and stuff like that. So yeah, I got all kind of stuff. So like this, I think this desk is like 74 inches across or whatnot, and I just have all kind of stuff here, man. Like, because I do everything here at the desk. I'm here more than I am in the living room, more than anything or whatnot. So I do studying here. I do work stuff here. I do. I live here. I do this shit. Make beats here and everything like that. So, but I need my boxes here. I need my mixer. I need my controller. I need my laptop and all this miscellaneous stuff like microphones here. I have my hard drives, my remote controls, my book. I got a tape here. This is console tape. So I use console tape. I'm old school, man. I may look young, but I'm kind of old school at the same time. And every now and then I have to go behind that rack and, you know what I'm saying, undo these wires here. So I got my little drill right here handy on the desk and everything like that. Yeah, man. But nah, I need one of those desks, man, from one of those professional looking desks, them studio desks. But you know, I ain't made it to that point yet, man. I'm still a little scrub as far as studio work and whatnot. Yeah, for sure. I know I need to have a basic understanding of routing in Mixbus. I'm still kind of getting used to it, because when I used Mixbus before, I just used the actual mixing controls. But those pins, though, man, that pin configuration, it'll definitely break you down and really kind of, you know, that's why I say it makes you mentally think about your mixes. Like, okay, I need to route it here over here, but it does it for you already, so you don't have to do too much, but you still need to know the ins and outs and everything like that. So that's a good point right there, man, for sure. Yeah, buddy. Let's see here. Cheap designer desk. Shit, I don't even know how to design a desk. How the fuck you design a desk, man? Like, oh, hey man, I just bought it. So this desk had the little you know, them desks that you be seeing on Guitar Center, and it had the rack right here. But this bitch, like, it took up like 75% of the desk. So I only had this little strip right here, maybe about this wide, you know what I'm saying, from front to back as far as depth. That wasn't a lot. So I kind of took that down. I bought some racks off of Amazon. So that's what these are. These are 8U. Is it 8? Yeah, it sure is. These are 8U racks right here. And I kind of have them angled towards me. I don't like the configuration. I wish they can kind of sit down a little bit more. Kind of like how you see on YouTube, like all these YouTube people that's getting money. I wish I could do it, but you know, God had other plans for me. But where it kind of sits like right here and stuff like that. So you know, but those desks, man, they cost a grip, man. So y'all keep watching the videos, y'all keep subscribing. Maybe I can, you know, get to a place where I can get that YouTube check. Nah, bro, I don't need that shit, man. To be honest with you, man, I really had some thoughts of quitting YouTube not too long ago. Like, it's like I was looking at YouTube and was like, man, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like most of the stuff I know on YouTube is I already know it. You know what I'm saying? And I've been on YouTube for a minute. And if you kind of go and search my channels, I've been doing this shit for a very long time. I was like, man, what's the point? So like, you can only review so many plugins. You can only review so much product and stuff like that. And I'm sitting here, I was like, you know, I go to work, you know what I'm saying, like, to do all of this stuff and pay for all of this, to have lights and internet and stuff like that. That shit costs money. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have an investor investing into me. I don't have a company sending me free stuff. You know, everything I do is out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, all this shit I bought, it could have went somewhere else. But again, you know, I try to tell people, you have a passion and you have a desire to do something, you're gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Do we question people that work on cars? Do we question people that get classics? Do we question people that buy, you know what I'm saying, Jordans that are very rare? You can only find them in a certain shoe boutique. We don't question that. You know what I'm saying? We question what people do with music and stuff. So I kind of thought about it. I was like, man, fuck this YouTube shit, because it's not really giving me money, but we're gonna continue doing it. We're gonna continue to have live stream problems. And at some point, I'm gonna put out some uploaded videos. It's just I'm going through something personally, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I got some personal issues I'm dealing with. Nothing with my family, it's me, and stuff like that. So kind of getting out of that rut and everything and getting back to my basics. You know what I'm saying? I love to be consistent, but when consistency doesn't play in your favor and you have to shift things around, you know what I'm saying, that kind of pisses me off, and I have to kind of like get back focused, because my focus is over here, it's not here. So I had to bring that focus and bring it back over here in order to do some things. But yeah, man, you know, I really don't need YouTube, and I don't need to explain nothing to somebody. That's my thought process. I help a lot of people behind the scenes, and most of my interactions with YouTube is a lot of people that you know, they're rude. A lot of people, you know, they don't understand, like, you know, some people ain't doing YouTube for money. You know, I'm not doing this just to get money and stuff like that. I'm good. You feel me? I tell people all the time, I'm good. I do this because I like helping people with showing them how to do something in a different manner and stuff like that. And I hope anybody on YouTube have that same mindset, and that achievable goal is to help someone understand how to do something or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? There's no cap over here. But I thought about quitting YouTube. It's like, I'm getting older, I can't keep up and stuff like that. And I ain't gonna say I'm washed up, but you know what I'm saying, I'm well made. You know what I'm saying? I could be taking a lot of this energy that I do on these videos and finishing up projects like I got going on and stuff like that. So I'd rather document the process than sit up here and talk about, hey, so I bought this plugin, right? And this plugin is really, really cool, man. And it's gonna make your mixes sound 10 times better. Sometimes you got to check yourself on the shit that you put out, stuff like that. And I watched some of my old videos. I was like, nah, bro, that's cap. You know what I'm saying? Because some of these plugins are bullshit, to be honest with you. And it's a lot of that bullshit that's coming up on YouTube, man. A lot of people recycling topics and stuff like that. You know, like the best 10 mixing tips. Dude, there's no best 10 mixing tips. There's no best 10 recording tips. There's no best 10 plugins. There's no best 10 equipment. You know, because I've seen some Grammy nominated people that's not even in the limelight, that don't even do the popular genres of music, make shit sound really good with cheap shit. You know what I'm saying? So I like to kind of pass that message to anyone that can hear the echo of that and stuff like that. It's like, you gotta, you know, don't let the money make make the money make you. You know what I'm saying? You make the money. So with that being said, man, like, you know what I'm saying, just keep on being consistent, keep on doing what you're doing. And I may be talking to myself, but you know what I'm saying, just kind of finish out your projects and the best way you possibly can. And stuff like that, and you know, you're gonna be all right, stuff like that. So yeah, man, I thought about shutting down YouTube, and it's kind of like, nah, we're gonna kind of stay with it, still do what we do and stuff like that. Hell, I ain't buy all this shit for nothing, for no reason. So like I said, man, yeah. So, well, nah, don't want to get on the soapbox too much, but hey, man, make sure y'all demo Mixbus. Real good program. Probably the next live stream I do is I'm gonna do my last beat. I'm gonna do a live beat breakdown of that. I'm recording some pre-recordings of it already. I don't know if I want to live stream it or whatnot. But I'm planning on doing a live stream beat instrumental release listening party at the end of May, and I have to get all my ducks in order and get my pre-save links ready to go for next week. Possibly this weekend start putting out some videos so y'all can check that out. And I got another beat tape that I'm kind of working on right now, so got time. I need to go ahead and make the best of it. So I'm not probably gonna put out a lot of plug-in reviews and let's show you how to do this shit or whatever the case may be, because truth be told, man, nobody's not working at my workflow. So why would it intrigue you? I don't know. But that's where I'm at with kind of like YouTube right now. It's like, what's the point of making the content when people, I don't know, I guess they don't really like the shit, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, is it a waste of time? I don't know. That's a me problem, not y'all problem. But y'all, I'm getting too much in my personal business. So like I said, man, y'all be easy, man. I'm out of there. Y'all stay creative. Go do something with your life. All right, I've been on this motherfucker for like 5 hours. Let's get out of here, man. Peace. And yes, the death. Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on 1 second. My boy said something here. Let's see here. Yeah, that's a good idea, man. That's a good idea right there. Oh, no, they not 12U, 8U. Oh, that's a big motherfucker too. I thought about getting that, man, but I was like, nah, that's a lot of work. It's a lot of cables, man, and stuff like that. You ought to see how many cables in here, man. It's crazy, bro. I probably got like about 5 miles worth of cable. Big Red, let me get out of here, man. If I got around 5 miles worth of 1/4-inch cables and XLR cables, like full studio shit or whatever, man. So yeah, man. I'll probably make a video though. Let me get this camera back. I'm talking and shit like that. I'm gonna make a video on that though, like the ups and downs of a producer, and stuff like that. Because I think people really need to kind of start hearing the truth and not being so bullshit and stuff like that. I'm actually working on a template. I'm just trying to figure out what DAW I want to do, because I have a template with everything. I haven't had a template for Mixbus yet. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I don't want to waste my time making stuff and then, putting it out there. But that's a me problem. But, you know what I'm saying? I'm probably going to do a video and talk about like, the ups and downs of doing all of this stuff. Cause I think people, get into this shit and they thinking they're going to get instant success. They're going to get money off of this stuff. And I'm going to be honest with y'all folks. I've been broke for more than 10 years. I've been doing this shit for 20 years. Everything that you see, it's been like knowledge that I've taken together because nobody really took me seriously. Nobody don't believe in what I ever did. People have came across my creativity path and, really took advantage of it, played me left. Probably still doing that shit today, using me and shit like that. So it's a lot more negative that you deal with music than with anything. Music it can be uplifting based on the environment that you're in. So, and I took more L's dealing with this, and it gets deeper than that. I think I'm gonna do a live stream on that because people don't understand like the bullshit that you go through with this. And it's only a few ways that you're gonna have success out of here. And I don't want to scare nobody out of, doing music or whatnot, but it's really what you make of it, number one. But number two, still though, you know what I'm saying, you have to deal with professional and client relationship, and that's where a lot of things get kind of skewed out of the way, and stuff like that. So, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of like right now I'm kind of faced with kind of faced with, being stuck in a loop that makes any sense, and stuff like that. So I had plans to do certain things when I finished up school. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go work in a studio, and that didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Ended up working for BNSF Railway for about 3 years, and then I kind of went off into back into my degree field, so to speak. Ended up in the IT field, and I've been there ever since. It has been a great progression personally, but it also has had a toll on what I can do creatively. Just not having the time, having a full-time job, not having to have something part-time and or something that you have more time off. So there's always an off balance to certain things. But I'll talk a little bit more about that in more detail, and stuff like that, because there's really some people out here that's getting started with this stuff, and what I'm saying, they really don't understand. And what I'm saying, that'll kind of segue into something that I'm working on behind the scenes, but you gotta stay tuned on that, because I'm actually almost there, but I'm about to start a business that's going to cater to everything that I'm talking about, because there's a lot of people out there that need help the right way, and I think we're getting, YouTube is more of an algorithm than it is a creative community now, and what I'm saying, you're getting fed bullshit, to be honest with you, and stuff like that. So it's not what you know in these days, it's about who you know, and that's true. But be careful who you know. Leave y'all on that note, man. Red, cable management. And we're going to talk about cable management too. Because, listen, like, cable management, I can't help it, man. Like, I can't help it. Now, I'm actually, this actually space that you're here, seeing right here, it's very small. Very, very, very small, man. Very small. So, this desk takes up this whole wall right here. So it's a very small space. So yeah, man. Now you go to my earlier videos, and I did have a studio space. I had that bitch clean. It was pristine. But here, man, I'm scrambling for space. I'm like, man, fuck cable management. Now I'm out of here, man. I'll be all day reclining with you, bro. Y'all be easy out there, man. Peace.